Hello. Coming to you in a much better headspace today than I have been recently. I did record a video in my video diary yesterday, and it was a dark place, but doing better today. Jury's still out if I'll post that one. I'm not sure I need that going out to the masses, but we'll see. I'm trying to be authentic, so I may change my mind, but just didn't need to perpetuate the negative thoughts. So, with that being said, I have been doing some mindset shifting today. Had a good session with my counselor, so feeling a little more optimistic. Sometimes it just helps to talk about the negative things you're thinking about. So I've done a lot of that the last few days and felt it and felt angry and sad and all the things about it. And then we're coming out on the other side. Really trying to focus on some happiness this next week. I have 1 week until my surgery. So, even though I might be happy with the results or feel better afterwards, who knows what it's going to be like. Trying to think positive there, but no doubt about it, I won't ever be the same. So, really trying to lean into enjoying the last week as me and how I know myself and how I feel comfortable with myself and go from there. So I'm really gonna plan some fun stuff for this coming weekend as a last hurrah before the final kickoff of all of this cancer treatment starts next week. But one thing I was thinking about today was, I really haven't felt like myself. I've been down this crazy rabbit hole of researching and educating myself, and my OCD and my need to control things had really spiked up since this cancer diagnosis, and it's pretty exhausting, to be fair. I kind of mix that in with a little bit of my perfectionistic personality, and you get a perfect storm of someone who is frantically searching for answers and trying to plan for every possible scenario, whether it's happening or not, and learning about every single thing. And I've been in this for 3 months, which is mind-boggling, and nothing's really happened yet. Like, obviously I've moved forward with things and I have a surgery date and stuff, but I haven't had any treatment yet. So when I look back at the last 3 months, it feels like a year, just because I have a constant track in my head of what I'm trying to, I need to look this up, I need to learn about this, I need to check into that. And I mean, that's just constantly been playing in my brain for 3 months. And so it feels like a long 3 months. And I know I've got so much more ahead of me and so much more time. And it's really become an exercise, I guess, of me just releasing control. This is not something that you can get all the information up front and do your due diligence and look it all over and make the best decision for you. It's constantly evolving, and you're constantly getting bits and pieces of information as you go. And so you really just have to do your best, but kind of release control. And that is a huge challenge for me. But I know as women, there's a lot of you out there that manage your life like that. I know I'm not the only one that, you know, wants to control outcomes, wants to control your future, wants to have a say in your future. There's a fine balance between, you know, being a good self-advocate in a situation like this and overly controlling. And so I'm trying to find that balance. I encourage anybody else that might find themselves in that situation, but you know, I do have like a spiritual background, and I'm actually kind of like in that mode of leaning on that right now, and believing that, you know, while I can do some things to manage this outcome and manage my health along the way, I'm really not the one that's in control. So I'm just trying to keep that in mind and take that into consideration as I'm going through this. It is a bit of a peace giver. So even though I don't like it, it is helpful to keep that in mind. So but with that being said too, I kind of had an idea today that I think would help me mentally and maybe be a fun thing to look forward to as I'm doing my video diaries. And you know, most of you that know me know that I love nature, I love adventures, I love seeing new things. That's life-giving to me. And that's actually been one of the harder things about this diagnosis, is just the feeling of uncertainty on if I'm going to be able to do any of that through this. It really, really impacts my mental health to feel like I have something to look forward to, or feel like I'm able to access those things. And it doesn't mean spending money. It's literally just seeing something new, seeing a new neighborhood, seeing a new hike, you know. So anyway, I've kind of been down in the dumps about that. And so I have decided that I feel like I'm gonna, for my own mental health, plan something every week. Well, and there might be weeks that I just don't have the energy. So, you know, I'm gonna take a car ride to see a new body of water near me, or I don't know. I'll come up with it as I go. But I was really thinking that I wanted to have some sort of little adventure every week, and that would give me something to look forward to and probably help my mental health as I go through this a little bit more, and be hopefully encouraging to those that are following along too. So I hope that you hold me accountable for that, because I like that idea. That made me happy to think about today, and I think I need to follow things that make me happy right now. So that's what I'm gonna do.